Live and in living color on the Big Ten Network, we welcome you to the Intercollegiate Athletic Facility for tonight's Big Ten Conference between the Purdue Boilermakers and the number 4 ranked Penn State Nittany Lions. A homecoming of sorts for Purdue. It's their first match at home since September, as this is a big deal for Purdue, welcoming in the 4th ranked Penn State Nittany Lions. Robby Donoho alongside Kellen Babbs. Kellen, an absolutely huge matchup here this evening. 4th ranked Penn State, Purdue. The Boilermakers have never beaten a top 5 team in their team's history. And Penn State, they haven't lost to Purdue since 1987. So the numbers are going against the Boilermakers, but it's still a huge contest for them if they can pick up the win tonight. As Jacqueline Hart will serve for Purdue. They are 5 points away from the victory over number 4 Penn State. McClendon into the block, and it's a point for Purdue. Kristen Arthurs and Catherine Robarczyk combined for the points.
Talk about an electric atmosphere here at Beeland Court. The Boilermaker fans can smell it. They have fought back, and they have earned what they have achieved so far, and really trying to take down number 4 Penn State.
The victory is within reach. The comeback bid almost complete.
23 years is a long time to wait. These Lady Boilermakers know it.
Blair Brown into the candy cane. 3 points away from the win. And this is the time, if you're Russ Rose, yeah, there it is. There's the timeout. He's got to calm this crowd down. Not only do they, I think it's past belief, they know it's going to happen now, it seems like. It
appears to be imminent. I mean, Coach Shondell believes it. This crowd, 2,500, certainly believes it. And, I mean, I can't say it enough. These Boilermakers look great. The mentality, the morale is back. I do not know what Coach Shondell did in that locker room, but they are fired up, and they are here to play.
We can't emphasize just the magnitude of what this comeback would be for this Purdue team. They have a match tomorrow night against Ohio State. Hopefully they don't exhaust their energy level through this game. I mean, they've played 5 sets. They're going to have to play another team in Ohio State that probably should be in the top 25 and in the ABCA coaches poll. So they have a long weekend to go, but this would be a great start to getting things going in the right direction.
Without question. I mean, as we mentioned earlier, Purdue and Ohio State both receiving votes to be in the top 25. Ohio State receiving a few more. And, you know, if the Boilermakers could ride out this high from tonight into tomorrow, the Buckeyes better watch out. That's all I've got to say. These Lady Boilermakers are a force to be reckoned with here at home. Impressive turnout from the crowd. Can't say that enough, how important that is. Unquantifiable, but very, very important. And the Lady Boilermakers look great here at toward the end of the 5th.
Purdue is 3 points away from the victory over number 4 Penn State. Deja McClendon getting a full head of steam, but Griffin was there. And Griffin will get it back from Hart. And she gets the points.
Critical point. I mean, at this, you know, in the 5th set, you're only playing to 15. Every point is critical, but my goodness, you know, it's like every time the Boilermakers score, it's like we've won the Super Bowl here at Beeland Court.
Let's hope these bolts are tight on that roof because it is about to blow. But as I say that, Blair Brown silences the crowd with the point. And that's what you want from your senior. You got to hold down this team because they are 2 points away from the win.
Yeah, you got a brief shot there, Coach Rose. I mean, he's seen this time and time again. Only faced loss, I guess, 161 times or whatever it is, but he's got nerves of steel and he knows how to coach his players through it. So we shall see. But again, approaching the end of the 5th set here, Boilermakers lead by 4.
This one not over yet. Penn State very much still in this. Turner digs that one out. Hart going to go back to Robarczyk. Dug out by Brown. Great sequence here between these two teams. Another chance for Purdue. They'll go to Griffin this time. And a good play there from Shiflett. Great rally between these two tough teams. Turner dug out by DeRico. Brown will try it, and Hart couldn't get underneath it.
Yeah, that one just kind of hit Hart awkwardly. I think it was just right at the hands and didn't give her much time to adjust and get the angle right to hit it back over the net. So not a whole lot you could do there, but the Boilermakers still in this one, 13-10.
It's still Penn State. It's still the number 4 team in the country. They are not out of the woods yet. Robarczyk, that one goes wide, and they will have match points.
And you better bet that the Boilermaker fans are on their feet here at Beeland Court. 14-10 Boilermakers.
Emily Ehlers will look to serve the match point and the victory over number 4 Penn State. This could be a record-setting win for the Lady Boilermakers.
Absolutely electric atmosphere here at Beeling Court right now. Can't describe it.
Blair Brown silences him. So Kristen Carpenter will have to serve at least 3 points here if they want to stay in it. Short serve. Hart will go to Rabarchik. Into the block. It stays in for Penn State. Here's Brown. Goes wide, and let's go crazy, folks.
Boilermakers win here. Important to note, none of Purdue's players were born the last time the Boilermakers beat the Nittany Lions. The closest was Jacqueline Hart, born in 1988, and the Boilermakers do it here tonight at Beeling Court.
The number 4 team in the country has been dethroned, folks.
And there's a party here on Beeling Court. Lady Boilermakers celebrating. Photographers take the court. This is a huge win.
This is a win that no one will ever forget. And Lisa is with the winning head coach down on the floor. Lisa, a lot of firsts here this evening at Holloway Gymnasium. Kellen, it's the first time Purdue has beaten a top 5 team. It's the first time Coach Shondell has beaten Penn State in his tenure here at Purdue. It's the first time they've beat a top 10 team since 2005. It's their first 5-set win this year. You cannot say enough about the comeback bid that Purdue has completed this evening.
You know what? I've said it before. I'll say it again. Look out, Buckeyes. I would not want to be playing these Boilermakers tomorrow. You can't have a bigger morale booster here at Beeling Court. These Boilermakers are a force to be reckoned with. Look out, Buckeyes.
We've got to thank our entire production crew. They are the ones that do the magic. They are the ones who make us look good on the air. We thank them so much for all the work they've done. This has been a copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Big Ten Conference. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Big Ten Conference. For our sideline reporter, Lisa Singleton, and my partner in crime, Kellen Babbs, I've been your play-by-play commentator, Robby Donoho, bidding you a very good night from West Lafayette. Purdue has accomplished the impossible. They have beaten number 4 Penn State at home. So long, everyone, from a happy West Lafayette, Indiana. You've been watching the Big Ten Network.